Hi my honeys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have this heavy glam plus this smoked out lower lash line, cat eye, fox eye, whatever you want to call it. I was very inspired by Spencer Makeup here on YouTube. I will link his channel down below for you guys if you want to check him out. His makeup skills are seriously out of this world, and I felt super inspired by this makeup look. I'll post it here for you guys. I saw it here on his channel and I literally had to recreate it for you guys and slap that on my face. Which I'm glad that I did, because low-key I'm super obsessed and I can't wait to take pictures. I will also be inserting, of course, the eyeshadow tutorial, but also the skin for today. So today is going to be pretty heavy, pretty glam. So if you guys want to learn, feel free to follow along. And you guys already know that if you feel like it's too much makeup, you guys can totally switch it up and follow your own routine that you normally go for. But if you want to learn and you want to see what you look like in full glam, then definitely follow along. Yeah, so like I said, I'm doing the eyes, the skin, everything minus the brows actually. But other than that, everything I'm showing you guys today. So enjoy and let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with my transition shade, I'm going to go into the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette and pretty much using this nice light brown beige shade and going into my Morphe R40. Literally, we're only going to be placing this in the crease and then buffing it back and forth towards the inner and outer corner, you guys. That's pretty much what we're going to be using for the crease today, believe it or not. I do have another eyeshadow that I'm going to be going into in just a second, but you still want to make sure that this is still nice and blended and it looks smooth and soft. Going into that nice light bone shade, pretty much applying it in under my brow bone to blend out the first shade we placed. And that's it for the eyeshadows. And then I'm going to go into the Perversion, which is just a black eye pencil from Urban Decay. One of their 24/7 glide on eye pencils. Super creamy, as you guys can see here. It glides on so perfectly on the eye and on the skin. We're doing pretty much a reversed eyeliner. So apply it towards the lower lash line, and I did also apply it in my waterline and then highlighting my eye. Going into this smudge brush from Sigma, I'm pretty much going to create that cat inner corner, what do you want to call it, reversed wing. So because the eyeliner is still pretty wet, you can move this eyeliner as you please and you can place it where you want. I pretty much want to also extend the outer corner wing as well, because like I said, this eyeliner, you guys, is so creamy, you can move it around. It doesn't dry that fast, but it does last a very long time. Going back into the Master Mattes palette, picking up that matte black shade, and pretty much what we're going to do is first we're going to set the eyeliner. I keep wanting to say gel liner, but pencil. And then move back and forth to blend out any harsh lines. You do want to set it with black. Of course, you don't have to use black. You can go into like a dark brown eyeliner, whatever you want to do. And then I do switch over to a more smaller precise brush. You can still use like the Morphe M506 if you want. I think mine is dirty, that's why I'm not using it. And then just taking a brown, light brown transition shade that kind of looks like a bronzer color, and then just apply it underneath to blend out any harsh lines. And that's pretty much it, you guys, for the bottom lash line, believe it or not. I'm going to go into the start of the show, the Oh My God Diamond Powders from Gel Cosmetics. I'm pretty much using my finger. I'm not using any setting spray, nothing. Strictly going into with my finger and applying it on my lid, and it just looks wet. It looks so pretty. You guys can totally use setting spray if you want to make it look more shiny, but I want it to look nice and soft, and it just glides onto the eyes so nicely, so perfect. And that's pretty much it. I know I keep saying that, but that's pretty much it for the eyeshadows. I did customize these lashes. They're old lashes. I'm applying the Better Than Sex mascara from Benefit and then slapping on these outer corner lashes. And I feel like the lashes really put the look together, and it gives it that nice fox pulled back
eye effect. I'm obsessed.
All right, you guys, so now that we finished the eyes, si vieron, it was super easy. If I can do this, you guys can do this at home as well. Now, I did want to point out that you don't have to go as far as I did, you know, as smoky, but for me, I really want that exaggerated fox eye, cat eye look, and it gives me more like fierce vibes. But you definitely don't have to go super low like I did. Go ahead and move on to skin. For primer today, of course, I'm gonna go into the PERVERSION Pore Primer from Benefit. And you guys already know the drill with this. I just applied in my T-zone, and I want to cover those pores and minimize them and blur them out. For foundation today, you guys, I'm going to go into these two. You guys already know that I love to mix these two together. This is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Foundation in the shade 112 Light. And then we have the NARS Semi-Matte All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in the shade Medium Dark number 1. I will be using a foundation brush, and it's from Bella, the NG357. It is clean. It's just really hard to clean the middle part of this brush. I use a jabonzote. If you guys have any other suggestions to clean my brushes, let me know down in the comments. Start to apply my foundation. And I love to use a brush because I feel like it covers my imperfections a lot more. For concealer, I'm gonna go into my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Concealer in the shade 2.4. It is full coverage, so for anybody who is wondering, it is gonna give you a lot of coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and just place this in the areas that I normally always place my concealer. And then I'm just gonna apply some towards this corner here to really levantar our eyes and make them look even more pulled back and snatched. I am so excited, you guys, because we finally got Wi-Fi. I'm like, yes, Wi-Fi, come to me. You don't really realize on how much you really need Wi-Fi. Like, it makes such a huge difference in your life. Who else loves Wi-Fi? If you do, give this video a thumbs up. To cream and contour, of course, you guys already know I've been loving the Face and Body Bronzing Balm from Soul Body. I keep wanting to say ColourPop, but I mean, technically it is ColourPop, but it's Soul Body and in the shade Medium Dark. I just been really obsessed. Apply this like right here and then work that product towards the temples into the hairline so that way it looks natural. And just blend, 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 blend. I'm gonna go into this brush, you guys, from Morphe. It's the E30, and what I'm gonna do is just start to push in the concealer. And what this does, you guys, when you go in with the brush, it just smooths everything out really nicely. And it just looks more airbrushed. Then versus if we were to go in with a sponge, it just presses it into the skin. But with a brush, I just feel like, you know, it does press it still into the skin, but it just looks more like a flawless airbrush finish. So I just love to use a brush. I used to do this when I used to do makeup on clients, and it was like the best thing ever. You want to try your best to not touch the black, because then if you get it on the skin, it's like totally game over. I'm just going back into that brush that we used to apply the cream contour and just blend out those lines. I'm gonna start to blend out my forehead as well. For my nose, I'm gonna go into the Sigma Precision Angled P84 brush, and going back into that product from Soul Body, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on the sides of my nose. I'm telling you guys, we are going in today. Nice and bronzy. I'm gonna go into the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Beige. And I'm gonna go ahead and just layer some more just right here. Remember, if this is already too much for you, don't do this, but this is a beat glam look, and I just want to add some more coverage there. Going back to that E30 brush from Morphe, I'm gonna go ahead and just start to blend this out. At the same time, I'm pressing the concealer in, but also moving it around this way. And then for my nose, you guys, I'm just gonna go into this clean sponge, and I'm gonna pinch it just like this, and then just blend out that line on top of my nose. Okay, so now to set the cream contour, I probably won't do too much on my forehead because it already looks pretty bronzy to me. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, you guys, is I'm gonna set just the temples and my cheekbones with some bronzer. And yes, I'm doing it right now that my skin is a little damped. I love the way that bronzer, you know, shows up while my skin is still damped after creams. I don't know why, I just really love the way that it looks, and it looks less patchy versus when I go in and set my powder sometimes, you know, like when you bake and then you go in to set your bronzer. I just feel like it starts to look really patchy, especially for me around my cheek area. So I'm gonna go into the bronzer here and just very lightly set the areas that we did some cream contour, and then we will cut it out right here to clean up any harsh lines. And just lightly tap the sides of my nose, and we're gonna clean it up anyways with some setting powder, so it's okay if it gets a little messy. And of course, to set my concealer, I'm gonna go into the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I am gonna mix it a little bit with the powder honey as well and mix these two together. Apply some here on the cap, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and mix these two together. The reason why I do this is because since I am a little tan, but I'm also, you know, pretty on the fair side, I don't want it to look, this powder to look too yellow under my eye. And so that's why I'm mixing it with the translucent powder. And I'm gonna go ahead and just set that under eye. We are gonna bake just for a little bit, but at the same time while we're baking, we're just pressing the powder into the skin, and this will allow, it's gonna last you a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and just set my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, this right here, to give me a nice carved out cheekbone. I'm gonna go into this brush from Morphe. It's the Y11, and pretty much I'm just gonna go ahead and just dust it away. So now for blush, I'm gonna go into this Artist Couture Love Sprung blush palette, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which I scraped with my nail yesterday. Oh yeah, you guys, I took off my nails. I feel like a dude now. It looks so short and stubby. I'm gonna go into the shade called Baby Bloom, and of course, just right on top as a topper, I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Eternal Flame. For the brush today, of course, my Sigma F10 brush. Apply this going upwards like this, so that way my face can look more skinny. Okay, now I'm gonna go into Eternal Flame, still using that same brush from Sigma. I'm just gonna smile and apply it right here on my cheeks to give me that nice, beautiful glow. For my lips, I'm gonna go into my MAC Strip Down lip pencil. And then for my liquid lipstick today, you guys, I'm gonna go into my Hank & Henry Cherry Matte lipstick in the shade Bouffant. I'm gonna apply the Estate Cosmetics Do Me by Baked Highlighter. And I'm just gonna apply it down the bridge of my nose like I always do. Taking a brush. Just to blend that out, and this is the Sigma F03 highlighting brush, and then just a little bit on the forehead. Yeah, pretty much that's it for today's makeup look, you guys. I felt very inspired by, like I said, Spencer Makeup here on YouTube. I will link his channel down below. But when I saw this makeup look, I literally was like blown away, and I was like, I need that on me like right now. And as you guys saw, it was super easy, very easy to recreate, and you guys can also switch this out to brown, like a dark brown if you guys want. If you don't want black, if you find that black is too harsh for you, and you can also minimize the thickness of the lower lash line as well. Looks very smoky, pulled back. I'm obsessed. I love it. And of course, if you felt inspired by me throughout this entire makeup tutorial, please tag me on Instagram, because you know that I love to see your recreations, and of course tag Spencer as well. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe if you guys liked today's video. And before you leave my channel today, I will see you guys in the next one. Besitos, los quiero. I'll see you soon. Bye.